Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. I'm Riley King, and let's get started right now. First up, active COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations reach all-time highs in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
When you're launching a home improvement project, quality lumber from our drive-through lumber yards makes all the difference. At Beltate's Building Supply, you'll find a wide selection of the lumber and building materials you need for any project.
Visit us at beltates.com or any of our 9 locations.
We do want to take a look at the record-breaking COVID surge. There are 3,400 new cases. 3,100 are just from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday's nearly 1,200 cases are the most ever in a single day. 268 are from a case backlog.
Active cases are also setting a new record tonight at 7,966, and current hospitalizations have soared to a new high of 343. The 7-day test positivity rate also setting a record at 9.5%. There are 10 new deaths to report tonight.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Merrimack boy 5 died of violence, neglection, autopsy determines. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to Beltate's Building Products.
Homeowners and contractors have different needs when it comes to home repairs and improvements, but Beltate's is here for everyone. You'll find everything, plus an experienced staff who can answer all your questions.
Visit us at beltates.com or any of our 9 locations.
First, our hearts go out to Elijah's family and those that knew him. This is a terrible tragedy.
The Office of the Child Advocate is prohibited from discussing active law enforcement cases like Elijah Lewis's, but tells News 9 this high-profile critical incident case.
It makes people trust the system more. And that's what we really need, is that we need people to understand that even when bad things happen, the system is still working, and it's still working to do its best as it should.
The Office of the Child Advocate is not an emergency response agency, but it does take calls from the public. Parents, teachers, even DCYF caseworkers themselves can raise concern about how a child services agency is handling a case. The emotional toll that Eli's death is taking is widespread.
This is really tough, and we often hear that people feel not even people that work in state agencies or maybe law enforcement, but everyone, maybe teachers, friends, think, oh, I should have seen this risk sooner, or what could I have done?
The Division for Children, Youth, and Families has been under intense scrutiny in recent years. Massive caseloads for social workers are among the concerns. Emily Lawrence says it's too soon to know if these issues impacted Eli's case.
This responsibility does not fall on child protection or law enforcement alone. We are, under New Hampshire law, every single person in the state is a mandated reporter.
Emily Lawrence says DCYF is working on a community reporting guide that would allow people to go online, enter their concerns, and get guidance on whether or not to make a formal report. People can report suspected child abuse 24/7 at the number listed there on your screen. For News 9 Investigates, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Investigators seek more evidence as man charged with second-degree murder in cousin's death. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Welcome to Beltate's Building Products.
Homeowners and contractors have different needs when it comes to home repairs and improvements, but Beltate's is here for everyone. You'll find everything, plus an experienced staff who can answer all your questions.
Visit us at beltates.com or any of our 9 locations.
This is the search warrant, which shows that late Saturday night, officers collected photos and video of 35-year-old Lance Goodrich's body, including hair samples, fingernail scrapings, and other physical evidence of the crime of aggravated sexual assault. But right now, Lance Goodrich is only charged with second-degree homicide. The shooting death of Lance's 25-year-old cousin, Brooke Goodrich, inside her Orford home Saturday sparked an hours-long manhunt that spanned more than 50 miles and prompted a shelter-in-place order for some people in Newport. Lance Goodrich was arrested at a home in Newport around 4:30 Saturday afternoon. Monday's bail hearing was done virtually, but 14 people were seated inside Grafton Superior Court to watch the video proceedings. The state requested the suspect be held without bail.
Attorney Brooks, does the defendant waive a reading of the complaints and enter pleas of not guilty to them?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will note those not guilty pleas. Attorney Ward?
Thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to RSA 597(1)(c), we'd ask that the defendant be detained, given the pending charges.
Bail conditions include no contact with Brooke Goodrich's mother and brothers. Lance Goodrich retained the right to revisit bail at a later date once permanent counsel is retained. Live in studio, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Crash leads to closure of Route 111 in Atkinson. One seriously hurt. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
New Car Auto Mall of Chilton has them. New Car Ford of Plymouth has them. And of course, New Car Pre-Owned Super...
We begin with breaking news in Atkinson, where Route 111 is closed because of a serious crash. The highway is closed from Conley Road to Hall Farm Road. Here is a live look now at the scene. Police tell News 9 that one person was seriously injured in the accident. It happened just after 10 a.m. and that at least two vehicles were involved. They have not released any further details on exactly what happened. We will bring you more information as it becomes available.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. One in custody after reported assault at Manchester home, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
If you're a contractor, Beltate's Building Supply was to be your first choice for lumber and building products. Our contractor sales team can expedite orders for timely delivery right to your job site with our huge 50-vehicle delivery fleet.
Visit us at beltates.com or any of our 9 locations.
Yeah, Gene, that's right. Manchester police say it was around 6 a.m. when they reported to 81 Bow Street for a report of an assault at that house. Authorities say when they arrived, both the suspect, identified as a 34-year-old man, Christopher Beauvoir, and the victim, a 33-year-old man, were still inside the home, and one of the men was possibly armed with a gun. Manchester's SWAT team responded to the scene, and the victim was safely rescued around 8 a.m. and taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Manchester police then used a loudspeaker to talk to Beauvoir inside the home, and he was taken into custody around 8:45. Nearby residents were asked to shelter in place for about 3 hours. The reports of a gun prompted the strong police presence.
There was so much uncertainty of what the situation really was, and then the possibility of somebody being armed within the home. Just as a precautionary measure, the perimeter was set up and the shelter in place as well. Just keeping people inside so that nobody was out and about, just in case it got worse than it already was.
And Beauvoir is charged with first-degree assault, felon in possession of a dangerous weapon, and resisting arrest. Live outside Manchester Police Department, Jessica Moran, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Monday evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great rest of your evening. Good night, goodbye.